All right, full teams here on this league. This is the last Mothership raid I need to do to get them badges for doing Mothership raids. You know, I didn't really appreciate the instance thing, but I like it now. Like, it makes perfect sense to have an instance Mothership raid, because this keeps Rick Warzone free. Now, what the heck you do with all the space in Rick Warzone dedicated to doing Mothership raids? You don't have to do them in Rick Warzone. That's a whole nother question. What a bunch of Rick D giant monsters out here or something? I don't know. Are we launching? Yeah, they're going through the like the intro text right now. If you need to quit, please leave the league first. Logging out or quitting to the character select without leaving the league can prevent them from inviting someone else to the league. That's big. Big if true. So much for that beverage. Let's go, people. I'm ready. I am so ready to go take a nap. They're always so super strict about all this stuff, but man, I'm ready. Guys, I'm so ready. I'm already ready already, you know? That's how ready I am. Welcome to MSR. We're going to start. Just enjoy. Like, sit back, listen to the groovin' Assault Android Cactus tunes. Just relax. We're going to have a nice, relaxing half hour or so here. Half hour or so in which we get to just chat about whatever we like. Won't that be nice? Are we ready? You bet we're ready. Also, one thing I love in this instance map. These random lost they have sneaking out around here. Like, I think that's fantastic. And I, number one, dearly love it. Number two, want more of it. Not like high-level loss. Just randomly seeing enemies that are completely out of place for where they're at, I think is great. Okay. It's pylon number 2. Pylon number 3. Here we go. Oh, them zombies getting up right there. Could hit the button. That. Minimal effects. You can actually see people. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, I added the macro button there after a couple of these, and I was just kind of like, you know what? It would be nice to not be hurting people's heads while doing these things. So somebody posted it in like the league chat, and I stole it and used it. Oh, is it really theft though? Not being able to see the force field. Oh, you know, the Mothership looks really cool without the force field, doesn't it? Oh, even after turning particles back on, I can't see the force field. That's an interesting side effect. What if it's like too far away or something? I've lost track of how many pylons we've punched, but we're gonna keep punching pylons. Also, I think it'd be really cool if during Mothership raids and stuff, the Rikti just like sent out mass waves of Rikti monkeys or something like that. I realize, of course, they would all go splat very quickly. But I think it'd be kind of fun. Like, you get out there and I don't know how many enemies. Let's see. There's 48 people in the league. So what if they spawned like 15 Rikti monkeys? Like what if there were like 15 Rikti monkeys per person? So we're out there and there's like 700 monkeys suddenly appearing around us. The game says monkeys are engineered to be bioweapons. We don't see them used that way. Yeah. Let's... Probably some monkeys around here somewhere. Read their description. A vicious Rikti monkey. I've heard to as ruined monkeys. These horrible creatures are created by the Rikti, then let loose in the city to wreak havoc. They roam in packs and pounds with tremendous speed and ferocity. Oh! Oh, you know what would be cool? It can't be done in the architect system, I don't think. But think about this. Think about this, okay? I know, you're like, what is this madman doing? Look, think about this. You've got like a level like 10 Lost mission or something, right? And... Oh yeah, this is the game over music for Salt Android Cactus. You've got like a level 10 Lost mission, and it's all about the Lost got hold of a Rikti monkey and are they're like feeding using it to intimidate people or feeding people to it or something like that. So you go to fight the Rikti monkey, and it's this big, like it's a scary little boss monster, right? So instead of being pet grade or whatever the bottom class is under minion, he's rolling around as like a boss. Maybe even an EB. Just make it ridiculous. Because they're like level 30 enemies, right? You know, like Rikti monkeys, they don't get introduced until the Rikti do, which is like between 30 and 35? If I'm remembering right? So scaling him down but making him like an EB or something, I think that would be fair and kind of a fun and interesting story. You could totally steal a page out of some horror movie or something, just directly rip off a plot and just substitute the Rikti monkey in. Oh, how about that Babylon 5 episode where the gangster has the mind-eating alien and he's intimidating people with it? That's the episode that has the guy that thinks he's King Arthur, right? And the construction guy, Jinxo. Yeah, I think that's that episode. I think that's the same episode. I think I'm losing time. Do you know my name? Anyway, I think that could be a pretty interesting story. there's already precedent in the game for things that are like bosses at lower levels to be like lower ranked at higher levels. The Incarnate Sue do it. The Banished Pantheon masks, you know, at lower levels, those are bosses. Higher levels, they're just like summoned pets. Yeah, I'd like to make the Rikti Warzone an actual warzone out here. Put in a system for the different factions to control territory and stuff. And heroes can help the Vanguard and Longbow. And then villains could work for any of the villain organizations, except maybe the Rikti and Nemesis. See, I'm on Team 2. That is left side middle. So like this guy, we need to get his aggro. Do my best to hold the aggro, guys. I'm planted. Oh, people got caught by the bombs. This whole soundtrack is such a jam. Dive into the bowl. All right. I am a bowl diver. I'm also a hell diver sometimes. But I'm the worst kind of hell diver. I do bugs on low difficulty because I don't like ragdolling, and I am absolutely the worst. Alright? So don't put me on your team. If you're forming a team. Hold on, did we get the badge? Yeah! We are at 8136. I will be happy if we breach 9K. Bombs are your friends. Never run from them. They are only there to help. Okay, well, that's very bomb positive. Alright, we need to taunt him. He's trying to run. This guy's got a great punny name, though. Yukon Gray. Well, hi, buddy. Alright, I don't know if I helped that much, but I think I might have kept him from running up the wall. That is a little bit of a win for me. Okay, there we go. Now we're throwing stuff. Good lord, that's a lot of green. Hey, that'll sell for like 10 grand or something. That ain't bad. I'll take it. Come over here. I'm gonna stand. Oh, are we? Well, there we go. We just shot something at somebody somewhere. Ooh, what a nightmare. Hey, we got dudes spawning in all over. With the buttons. Come on. No? I got no idea what my little dude was aiming at, but whatevs. We're just gonna click buttons. We're doing our best to contribute here. Much like my dog was, I'm a helper. Yeah, I wonder, what can I do to mock up like something with Rick the Monkeys as like a big enemy? Can I use like an existing enemy model for a character? Like, I know there's customization of guys that you can do, but I don't know if there's something where it's just like you can make an enemy look like another enemy. Dude, I feel like as soon as I'm like targeting these guys and we execute our animation, people just dropping dead. Oh, we got enemies all around us. Let's just explode a little bit here. You got a little guy to move up a little bit. He didn't want to, man. I told him to move up, and he just stayed where he was. Sometimes pets don't want to listen. I guess that's okay, because sometimes, you know, the player doesn't want to listen either. I'll just tell myself to do something, I'll be like, nah. That's okay. We don't need that around here. So I get my little guy under control, and then he promptly gets himself, you know, defeated. I feel like that's typical behavior. Well, I gotta check something. Oh, no, there's nothing else going on. Okay. and show off my healing skills right here. I couldn't actually see any enemies, so I just exploded just in case there were some. This is known as good strategy. Hello, boys. My little widow that I have has 3 cones and enough recharge that basically I just cycle through cone attacks. It's glorious. Your job is fire support, and you know it right there. I'm telling you, man, wouldn't it be kind of cool if, like, suddenly this whole area was just flooded with 1,000 monkeys? Like, I'm not the only one who thinks that, am I? I can't be. There's some enemy outside of my spine's range that this guy's targeting, so we're gonna throw long-range shots at it. Oh, there's like dudes right here. Yeah, look at that. We'll just explode. Boom. And there's a guy right next to me. Let's hit this. Whoosh. Hit that. Come back. We'll hit this. I don't know where all the enemies are, but I'm pretty sure I hit some of them. That's all you can really ask for in this life, is hit some of the enemies some of the time. If there's any enemies around me, we'll pop our heal just in case. Just in case people need a little healing. Oatmeal? Oatmeal's the name of your robot? That's great. Yeah, I know Xenonauts. I actually haven't played Xenonauts, even though I've owned it for like 10 years now. But yeah, I know Xenonauts. In XCOM Apocalypse, in the final missions, there's some similar kind of encounters in a couple of the places where there's like you can destroy the spawners, but there's otherwise infinite spawns of enemies will come pouring out at you. Always a good time. And man, in Apocalypse, some of those enemies are pains in the butt. Yeah, like the most dangerous ones are the little like bio-warfare guys that are basically engineered to kill humans. They're just called brain suckers. So they're like the chrysalids in the first game, except they're tiny and faster. And if you're playing in turn-based and you're not real lucky, it's like an instant death for whoever is near them. If you're playing in real time, totally not a threat. Those dudes will latch on, kill your hero, and then your hero comes back as a zombie. Like, it's absolutely brutal. Man, I really like the completely wonky game balance in XCOM Apocalypse too. I like the first XCOM a lot because it's got that great atmosphere. I like the second XCOM a lot because it's like crazy underwater stuff. But man, I love the completely wonked out balance of XCOM 3. It's just, it don't make no sense, and it's great for it. Infinite ammo, heavy weapons, mowing aliens down with darts, like just all kinds of crazy stuff. And like the best early game weapon is a Tommy gun. And if you ever need to train somebody up to be a better shot, you give them a Tommy gun, and you let them put like 200 shots on a target. It's incredible. So much ridiculous fun. Plus, you get robots. Like, how can you not like an XCOM game that lets you have robots in it? Over on my YouTube channel, I got like a playthrough of Apocalypse on like, I guess probably like default or easy difficulty or something. I think we 100%ed it or came pretty close. There might have been like an alien we didn't research or something, or one of the spaceships. Because you can miss, there's one of the spaceships only spawns like very briefly for like 2 weeks or something sometimes. Or it just goes away, so it's possible to miss one. Which, I guess in Apocalypse's defense, the original XCOM kind of did that too, because if you're not careful, if you don't get the interrogation on sectoid commanders before they stop spawning, then you get soft locked out of beating the game. Maybe it's still okay. Like maybe you can get like a base commander or something, and you can interrogate one of them for the same purpose. But I remember running into that one game. I just kept defeating the aliens, but I could never win because it was something I couldn't research. That was like my first time playing it because I didn't know what I was doing. It's been sitting in your Steam library for a decade. You should, if you like XCOM games, you should give it a try. It's a very different experience, but still the same. It's just got different game balance, and that's okay. Just remember, ground vehicles are bad. If somebody blows up the road underneath it, your ground vehicle dies. There's also, these days, an open source port of XCOM Apocalypse that's out there. I think I did a video playing that, and there was like some wonkiness with enemies suddenly like appearing. I don't know if they walked through walls or something on me, or if my previous sweep through rooms just didn't see them for some reason. But it looks like it's getting pretty close to being ready for prime time. I need to play the non-strategy games at some point for XCOM. Take Interceptor for a spin. I played Enforcer some once, but that wasn't on stream, and that was a long time ago, and I don't really remember anything about it. Except it was very much like this game came out in the year 2000 feeling. So yeah, I hope you can kind of see like what we were talking, or your question earlier. You know, I don't think Fold Space really changed this experience much. Like for the most part, you're standing around, you're still targeting through pets, hoping you're hitting enemies. If you're a tanker, you're still having to run up, grab stuff, pull it down ramps. It is pretty much the same Mothership experience it's always been. Hey, Mage 4452. We're on the back half of this Mothership raid here. Been a pretty okay one. Nobody's yelled at anybody, which is a plus. And this is the last Mothership raid this character has to do. Because we got the badges. And what more can you want in life than getting the badges? I'm hoping, I got my fingers crossed, that we're going to hit 9k Vanguard merits. Because then I will never need Vanguard merits on this character again. Ever. Even if I start throwing heavies around carelessly, like, we will not need more Vanguard merits. Okay, let's make you stay and aggressive. Target through you. There we go. That's got a little longer range. We'll auto-fire that for a second. Gotta click over and check some messages I need to deal with right now. Nah, that's good. Okay. Oh, hey, look at that. We got a whole crew rolling in over here. Didn't mean to click that. Pop this. Pop this. And there's still some dudes over here. It's just explode anyway. I don't care if there's guys over here or not. We're just exploding because we can. How's everything? Everything's pretty good. We were... fingernail gun there just got me, like, waxing poetic about XCOM Apocalypse. Fun time. We're listening to the Assault Android Cactus soundtrack, which is a great game, one of my favorite shooters, which has a pretty darn good soundtrack, too. Some of the stages have just absolute banger music. Okay, we'll just go back to our longer range attacks then. Oh, look at that. We got guys running in and out of nowhere. Oh, okay. He just teleported and disappeared. That's nice. It's probably healthy. It's probably a healthy thing. I kept thinking about what I'd like to do to Richter Warzone. And just have the Mothership raid get removed entirely from the zone. Still have the Mothership there, But like make that area around the mothership something that people can fight over, like in a PvP zone. Not make it PvP, but like have, you know how Recluse's Victory has like the territorial control mechanic? Something like that. Put, oh, the pylons! Yeah, the pylons make natural sense of something that would be the things you'd want to capture. So you go out there and like capture the area around a pylon, and then that would give you some kind of reward. I don't know what. And you can help different factions take over out there. And I want to go beyond like the normal longbow versus Arachnos stuff. For ships to show up in Rick invasions of MSR should only happen if you down one like... Ah! Man, you really don't want people to get the Mothership raid badges, do you? Yeah, that's why I've done 10 of these, was to get the 2 badges for Mothership raids. Demolitionist and Master at Arms. So you have to beat Yukon Grey 10 times for that one, and you have to plant 10 bombs for this one, or be on a team that plants bombs. But like, I think it'd be kind of cool, right? Because you have Cray, Nemesis, the Council. I get, we don't need to put the Devouring Earth in as a faction that captures territory. That seems kind of silly. Plus Longbow and Vanguard. And like that could be pretty fun stuff. Have people go out there and there's like a battleground and factions are fighting, and you join in on whichever one, and you get some kind of reward if your faction wins the fight. I guess it would turn into a PvP zone, wouldn't it? Never mind, maybe this is a bad idea. Does you like Mothership raids? No, I like badges. There's a difference. I really don't like Mothership raids because they kind of put me to sleep, man. That's one of the reasons I keep talking so much is I'm trying to stay awake. I'm trying to stay conscious here as we're Mothership raiding, because otherwise I'd fall asleep. They'd boot me, and they put a note on me. You know, they'd right click and be like add note, and then it'd be like, this person went AFK on a Mothership raid. We kicked them, blackball them from the leagues forever. They take their raiding very seriously on this server. Oh, we are going to hit 10,000. 9,000. That's awesome. Yo, I think most people can agree with that assessment of the color and status of balls. Oh, my little dude went away again. That's okay. Alright, where's the next bunch? We only got 2 minutes left. Where are they coming down? Here we go. Pulling some spines at that dude. Yeah, eat spines, soldier! Yeah, I totally don't find Mothership raids all that compelling of an experience. Because I've done too many of them. On the other hand, man, there are various characters I've had where I did a lot of my leveling through Mothership raids. It's relatively safe. Oh man. And since they stopped having micro sleeps detoggle you, which used to be a thing, they got a whole lot easier. Now you're like, what do you mean, Dr. Elizibar? What I mean is that way back on live, if you got mezzed, your toggles dropped, and that includes sleeps. So if you got slept, and then damage got applied to you immediately afterwards, you still got detoggled. Like, you had no choice in the matter. The game was absolutely brutal. So unless you had, because Magi dropped sleeps everywhere. So unless you had, like, rock solid status protection from, like, Impasse with Clear Mind or whatever, which was a little harder back then because we didn't have the Destiny that gives status protection. That's what happened when you try micro sleeps. Yeah, like, it was just rough back then. Because if you were a scrapper especially, like, you got detoggled. And then you usually got killed shortly afterwards because you didn't have your resists or your defenses up. "15 seconds, okay. Wow, that's a lot of Magi right here. Alright, well, we tried to get one more kill in. We couldn't. Trial's over. Where is the ship? There it is. Don't try micro-dosing your micro-sleeps. That just leads to trouble. Oh, we can turn all the effects on. Come on. There we go. Cyber Monday got the kill. Alright, well, there it is. That is the last Mothership raid this character needs. Nice. Every time we kill the Mothership in the raid, I'm just reminded of back on live when there were no rewards for it back then, but we were like, we will kill dropships during the next alien invasion that the devs were planning. And you know what we did? We killed dropships on the next alien invasion the devs were planning. I did that. I was on my mastermind, and we did that in Sharkhead. Alright, good stuff, man. I need to clear out more of my inventory. That's some good stuff. I'm so happy to have these badges done. Good stuff.